They keep there.
Yo, Tafari said half the team is overweight. Do you guys believe that?
Yes,
bro, the team
the fittest we was when Algrenson was there.
And I don't think a national team should keep players fit. So if our players coming into camp are not fit, that's a big problem for that national team. You understand? A national team is there to keep up the standard of the fitness of that player. That player should not come on national duty unfit, as less it's an injury where he had a long spell out, but if he's playing injury free and not fit for his club and come for the national team unfit, then that's a big problem. Yeah. Why is it that Red Cup man always unbalanced? He cannot stay on his feet.
Hold on. Let me touch that. Put that on the hook. Red Cup man. I want to touch what you just said real quick. Dan, did you have something to say before?
No.
Listen, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, whenever...
So he missed Francis Van Piece that game a player. So
I know. Dan, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, got you.
When the government wants to get somebody, right? When they want to get somebody, don't they send the best of the best? Like SEAL Team 6, Delta?
Yeah.
Well, when you call the national team, you're calling the best of the best, meaning that these guys don't need 2 weeks to get the game plan. They need 2 days.
Yeah.
They're at such a high level that the coach don't got to spend time going over drills and fitness because you guys come ready to play.
Yeah.
This is not club level. This ain't Sunday football pickup. No, this is high level. You are in this position for a reason. You got the call for a reason. For a reason. So I don't want to hear it. When they went to go get Bin Laden, bro, they sent the best of the best.
Yeah.
When they send somebody, you don't send a boy to do a man's job. You don't send a boy to do a man's job.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
They lost, right?
Yeah.
You don't give the coach turkey neck and tell him for make oxtail. You don't give the job of a man.
Steve McCLAREN turkey neck.
Somebody get him on turkey neck and say, serve the people of oxtail.
And I have a huge problem with otherwise than not getting the performance and the results for the team. I think I have a huge problem with Steve McCLAREN. He's sitting in the stands and he's not on the sideline.
Yeah, that's true. No, yeah.
That's a massive problem for me. I saw him did it in the Unity Cup, and I was cool with it because I said it's a friendly
preseason game. Preseason
friendly. He's in the stand again
for the
Gold Cup, and he have this guy on the side. Red man on the sideline. I give her instruction. You get what I'm saying? In that match against Guadeloupe, I was watching that game live in front of me. If it wasn't for Andre Blake, we would have lost that game because Guadeloupe gets so many games, so many chances. And he was sitting in the stands, would not go on the side of the field and give out instruction, telling team to calm down, reorganize, get back in position. So it's not just off the field issues going on, you know. This coach is not good enough technically on the field as well. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want people to blindside it what's going on, you know.
I disagree.
This coach,
I'll tell you why after. Go ahead.
This coach is not good enough tactically. I think when Algrenson was there, we were a partner bus team and we was a very defensive team. It was a counter-attacking team. And I always said that even if so many shows, if you go back and watch so many shows, I was telling them, I think the team suit to play counter-attacking football. You get what I'm saying? We do not have the players that can keep the ball. Algrenson was the best coach that suit this team. We cannot play passing and 1-2-2. The best system was a knock, and I don't think this coach is good enough. But go ahead.
I think there's something bigger at play, and I think Ricardo hit on it earlier. Because if the head coach, if the manager don't want to sit beside the assistant, I think we're just missing the fact that he just chooses to be as far away from the game as possible. You have the best seat in the house, which is on the sideline, to go into the stands. There has to be some type of riff, some type of something going on in the background why the head coach manager don't want to sit beside the assistant.
You want me to tell you something?
That's been over.
You want me to tell you something? Then Steve McCLAREN go and England then.
So that would be
England then.
So the assistant, like I said earlier, you don't get to bring in the tools you want. So now the assistant gets to stay. The assistant gets to stay, Nick, Dan, while the coach goes. So the cycle continues. We're not changing the cycle. But the common denominator is that the assistant is right there.
But
yeah.
But Francis, I said to you, when I said to you earlier, I say, if the coach was being naive to not want to bring his own staff and upset the job in a Jamaica condition, why do you come here? You should have never upset the job if Jamaica was going to give you your coach and make you able to bring your own staff. Then you should have stayed away there then. You shouldn't upset the job.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that because you never turned down an opportunity to prove that you can do something. So if he must have felt like he could have did it, hold up. Let me. No.
You're gonna feel. You cannot. Yes. That's where you're being naive.
You're looking into the future. Hold on. You're looking into the future. You're looking into the future. And
predicting. I always say Jamaica, if Jamaica is bringing any coach, they should allow the coach to bring their own staff.
Okay. So the coach don't got control and he feel like, all right, with the talent that we have, I can make it happen. Qualifying for the World Cup was the task. The task, like he said, was qualifying for the World Cup. That's what whoever hired him said. He said, qualify for the World Cup with this team, with Leon Bailey and I can do that.
That's where I said he's naive. He underestimated the region. And that's where he's been naive. He
didn't underestimate the region because he would have looked at the region and the talent he has and said, I can do the job. I can do it.
You don't think he underestimated the region, Boogsy?
No, he just did. No, failure is not underestimating. If you fail something, you just fail at it.
He thought he would have come.
No.
I think he didn't underestimate the region.
I think he underestimated the region.
I don't think so. You can't. How can you underestimate the region when you think about it? Hold on. When you look at Coach Hargrimson and the way he coaches, and you're looking at it, you're saying to yourself, "Well, I see the style he coaches. I can coach better with the talent that is in Jamaica, minus everything else. Just me coaching the talent in the same region, because the goal is to qualify for the World Cup. So you have to go through that said region. I can do it with the talent, but hold up. Mm-hmm. You can't do nothing if the talent don't perform for you. Nothing. Because it still comes down to them going on the field and performing. You can go.
And that's why I think Steve McCLAREN underestimate the region and stuff like that.
You can't underestimate the region if the players are not playing. They're not playing.
Why they're not playing? Why they're not playing? Because he don't have the right set of tool to able to coach. He have a man that cannot coach the team. The team have been failing because they don't have the right set of tool to give to the coach. And the coach underestimated think that he could have come with his coach management. He thought his own coach management was going to be enough to bring Jamaica, and we're seeing that that's not going to be enough. Pochettino realized that you need more than that. I think he underestimated the CONCACAF region, and he's finding out. He's finding out. I know him talk about, some of these players, he's basically my call out in players say, John Ostam, never know such a CONCACAF region tough. I think he was being naive to upset the job like that in a Jamaica. I think he upset the job in Jamaican condition. He should be more brave and say, listen, I need at least an assistant. I think he should say, I need at least my one assistant coach. That's condition. I think he underestimated the region. I personally think so.
I do not. I do not. And the reason why I do not, and I'll say it again, when you as a player, you play for the people that's next to you. No player goes on the field wanting to lose. I don't care what the coach is saying and what he's not going. If the coach's game plan is not working, at some point players look at each other and they say, yo, we got to play. But Leon Bailey missing a penalty, John Russell missing one on the 6-yard box has nothing to do with Steve McCLAREN and him underestimating the region, because those opportunities came from his system. It's his system that created those chances. They have to be clinical. You can't have $1 million move and a 5-cent finish. These guys are not clinical. The coach can only hold his jaw hoping that they're going to do what they're supposed to do. As a player, listen, I said to you earlier, when a coach says to you, I'm looking for somebody to step up and be the leader, do you accept the challenge or do you run away from it? You tell me what player has stepped up to the challenge that Steve McCLAREN has put out there.
Francis, this team is not coached